Actually, I have a question which is related to this because, we're talking about the outlets, and
Yeah.
we were recently speaking to an industry veteran, and we agreed among us that with many players, outlets, that are so impacted from COVID that they have decided not even to reopen some of them, we think that a lot of outlets will actually disappear. So the question is, are we talking about mass extinction, which is what we fear, or it's just a survival of the fittest scenario where the players were less ready, less fit, less operationally. You know that running a bar, it's not easy, and making money out of a bar, it sounds easy, but it's not easy at all. Okay, so of course, with the outlets closing, the outlets who are fitter will probably have more volume, more capacity to welcome customers. But I think there is a real risk of, meteorite wiping the dinosaurs out with this interim reality that we are trying to understand post-COVID.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. So, Filiberto, to be honest with you, I've been asking my question, a very similar question recently. Now, there are some countries which they've been shut down. Let's say it's an average, but I won't exaggerate. Yeah, it's an average of shutting down of 4 months. So let's say that every business has been suffered for a quarter of the year, right? Now, my thinking is, how can the damage can be so heavily if you shut down for a quarter, for 3 months, for exactly 90 days? You want to put 100 days? Let's put 100 days. So why 100 days can be so impact to your business? What does that mean? That you were or not a good manager, you are not good entrepreneurs, or you opened up business with a lot of debts and then it's been very difficult. So basically your business plan, it was not right. Yeah. Because when you do business plan, you have to also put the risk of strategies like this, right? So can shut down for tsunami if you are in Phuket, can shut down for an earthquake if you are in Japan. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, like, why the world is talking as this catastrophe in our business, which is only 100 days affected, which is a good 40%, let's say 30% of the year, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I know it's affected because you're missing the income, you have the cost, all of that. So the effect is there. But what I'm trying to say, it's not a 1 year that you totally gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure a lot of our business, in this case, if everybody think about that, these shoes, then it's a lot of business. It was not real. So this is.
Look at Spain, look at Italy. You know that a bar has 30 days of cash.
Correct.
That's usually what they do. And by the way, in 3 months, they generate enough cash to put their money in the pocket and survive for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's part, and that's where I'm concerned, because of course it's not an healthy habit, but it's pretty standard in many cases. And that's risky for the whole industry.
Now a standalone restaurant, the bar as well, I understand, because it's affected everybody. So we are on the same boat anyway. But I think who's gonna suffer like crazy is actually hotels. That hotels, cruise lines, and airlines, that's where you find the actual cancer. That can be turned to, it's actually tumor, which can be supported with these 3 months, but can turn to cancer straight away. Because a lot of hotels in London, in Rome, all of that, they're talking about September, and now we're talking about 6 months of damage. And that's what's my point. So now, if I shut down, especially in Italy, because at the end of the day in Italy, we have at least 4, actually, including Christmas and all of that, we have 60 days holidays, right? Which is, if you look at it, it's a kind of another COVID is coming, right? Which will be August and December, right? Now, if they calculate that, maybe, okay, it's the damage. But I think now it's time to the bloody work, right? So now this is my point. It's like, okay, wait a moment, guys. We shut down Italy because I know very well, because I've been suffering a lot because of my logistics, my transportations, my distilleries. You know, it's like August, it doesn't exist, and then goes back to the 21st of September. So means it's like 45 days that looks like exactly like COVID. I'm sorry.
I agree completely.
You agree with that, right? Correct.
It's in economic terms, it doesn't make any sense.
Correct. Now, this is my point. It's like,
and then we complain about the cost of labor, but the cost of labor, it's that high because we are very inefficient as well.
Correct. So now this is my point. Okay, fine. We lost it. Okay, a bar of 40 covers with an average of income between 5,000 to 6,000 euro, but very good bar, yeah, 5,000-6,000 euro a day. Fine. You don't have that $500,000 income of euro for these 3 months. But wait a moment. What is your cost? It's your place is yours. You pay rent. I'm sure the rent in some countries has been helpful because of the government, all of that. So this is an excuse. But why they put an excuse in the middle? Because the money that will not come for anybody to give it to you. Or maybe it's an excuse that you don't want to do these businesses anymore because you become smart that you can do business on Zoom. You don't want to do the bar anymore. You shut down because you don't want to pay your bank, maybe. I don't know. You know, so there's a lot of things. But then again, I feel inside me a lot of sorry about these people with a lot of chain of bars, a lot of chain of restaurants, a lot of chain of that. But guys, close it. Somebody else is gonna go there and make a panino mortadella fund again, man. You know, so yeah, fine dining is gonna disappear. We know that already. Food truck is gonna come back again in the meantime. You know, smart restaurants is gonna come in. Local places is gonna grow up again. Less expensive spirits in the world. You know, stop making a gin that costs 70 pounds a bottle. I don't know. That kind of things can be now back to reality. That's what I say. What is, back to your questions, guys, what is the COVID for 0? I say to everybody, let's go back to reality. You know, or let's go. Correct. And let's go back to the campo sportivo, no? And let's say who really can play now, and then help each others, and then let's see if we really has ideas, and then score a goal. Done.
Yeah.